Notice hereby given, Willacy County Commissioners Court will hold a special meeting, Commissioners, Judge's Office, Commissioners Courtroom at 566 West Main Street, Greenville, Texas, 78580 on Monday, May 12th, 2025 at 10 a.m. for the purpose of discussing the following items. During the course of the meeting, any discussion of any item on the agenda should be held in executive closed session. Willacy County Commissioners Court will convene such executive closed session in accordance with section 551.01 of the Texas Government Code. To any final action, final decision, final vote be required in the opinion of the Willacy County Commissioners Court. With regards to any matter considered in such closed or executive meeting or session, then the final decision, final vote should be either in the open meeting covered by a notice upon the reconvening of the public meeting or at a subsequent meeting of the Willacy County Commissioners Court upon notice thereof as the county shall determine. So with that, I want to call this meeting to order. Madam County Clerk, could you establish a quorum, please?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Precinct 1.
Present.
Commissioner Precinct 2.
Present.
Commissioner Precinct 3.
Present.
Commissioner Precinct 4.
Present.
Honorable Chairman,
Present.
we have a quorum.
Thank you. We go to line item number 3, discussion action to approve changes to contract for construction, Texas Water Development Project 40101, Sebastian West Drainage Improvement, change order number 8 in the amount of $10,374.19. Action required. Commissioners, as you know, this is a project that has had several change orders. Good news is that all of them were minimal amounts, let me put it that way.
Yes, sir. We had change order 7 that we approved last week, and then that was for like $300 something. And this is change order number 8, which I believe should be the last of the change orders. This has to do, and I just sent it to, I don't know, Miss Hinojosa had reviewed it before, I just sent it to her. It's $10,374.19 out of that $4.5 million project. It's really not too bad. We'd taken into consideration several changes in the actual plan, value engineering and stuff to get it down. This was a situation where the fire hydrants were not properly connected, and somehow or another it was missed, and until we found out earlier this year, and now this is a way of connecting them. I believe the difference in this change order is going to be the actual connectors that were not figured into the plan, into the original design, and that's what this is. The connections, because you're going from an old style line, an asbestos line, to the new 4-inch PVC lines. And that connection they thought didn't exist, but it does exist. And that's what it's going to cost to get them in there, get them hooked up. I think it's about 7 or 8 actual fire hydrants. And that should get us through the finish line. Again, as we talked about last meeting, is that there's some monies out there that are left over that we're going after on that 40048, I believe, which is the spur. There's 300,000 or 400,000 left over. So to bring over to the 2 remaining large projects that we have, Water Development Board, hopefully it'll help those guys out. So basically
So you're already at the end already of all this?
We're at about, according to the Guzman Munoz Engineering, we're at about 89.9% complete, close to 90, not to substantial completion, but that's where we're getting. And there's some other factors in play here, but we need to get this one rolling. That we get the fire hydrants hooked up. So,
where would the change order come from?
the change order is going to be coming from precinct 3. No, it's going to be coming from the general fund. No,
For the capital fund.
the capital fund. Sorry for matching.
Yeah.
You're looking at Miss Maldonado over there. Judge and I just discussed it. And I can't remember what we talked about,
Yeah.
but it'll be coming from there.
Yeah, so what I've done, is that I went into the capital fund, and in the health and welfare of the capital fund, there's machinery equipment under 500, machinery equipment over 500. As you know, the over 500 was basically the matching fund that we set aside for whatever grants, whatever situation comes up. I took note that there's 259,000 in the pipeline, for lack of a better word. That leaves 80,000 And then moreover is that on the machinery equipment under 500, I don't recall as to why we put that much in there.
Yes, there was funding that came in, and so we allocated there because it was extra funding at that time. So when I'm not sure if it was this year, I need to come back, or last year, and so when we redid the budget, we just separated them. But it's basically funding that that was budgeted with the extra money that had come in 1 year. And I don't want to say this year because I think it was last year. But when I do the budget, the fiscal year budget, I keep the same amount on the accounts to roll over. So I think that's what it was. It just separated it, but it's fine. It should be available as well.
All right, so my recommendation, I don't know if you agree with me, is to go ahead and take it out of the machinery equipment over 500. Because
Yes.
that's where we typically,
Yes.
especially in these types of projects. And by the way, that amount combined, Commissioner, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's Sebastian West and Sebastian East combined is over, it's about 2.4 million, something to that effect. Combined.
The overall construction and all the budget
Yes.
was 4.5.
Okay, 4.5.
The almost 2 million was our match. It wasn't quite $2 million, it was a match, and then of course the grant was a little bit over the 2. So you're close on that.
The reason I bring that up is because my take on it, and not that I'm for change orders or going over any particular budget by even $1. However, when you compare the size of the project in comparison to, how much the change order is, to me, it's when it hits high numbers is that when it triggers a big concern to me. As long as we stay within the scope, I think we're good. So that's my recommendation, is to take it out of the machinery equipment on file. And then moreover, hopefully they approve where we were short, where we had a surplus in the
The other projects.
400.
It's about 400,000.
You know what I'm saying? The project is 400.
48. It's going to be the railroad spur detention pond.
Railroad spur. So hopefully that takes place, and then I don't know how we'll be able to do this here, but I don't think we'll be able to go back, right? And that's where I come back to the amount. In this case, just 10,000.
We almost make a motion. Make a motion to approve the changes to contract, not to the contract, but to the for the construction. Texas Water Development Board Project 40101, Sebastian West Drainage Improvements, change order number 8 in the amount of $10,374.19 to be taken from the capital fund. Machinery and equipment over 500.
Or just capital fund.
The capital fund.
A second?
Motion by Commissioner Garcia, second by Commissioner De La Paz. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign, motion carries. Line item number 4, discussion action to approve and proclaim the week of April 27th, May 4th as Texas Soil and Water Stewardship Week. Action required. I think we have representation on that. I think that's the one that kind of slid through the cracks. We usually support it, as you know, big time. We'll be more than happy to approve and proclaim.
If you can just get a photo, that'd be wonderful, so we can put it on our website.
Absolutely. You wanna?
Do you mind if we approach to the back, or?
Oh,
No, no.
That's usually what we do, or
We'll
here in
go
front, that's
to
fine,
the
yeah. Hey, Ben, been good?
Good to see you. See? Yeah. Ed?
You still have to take up the agenda item, sir. You still have to take up the agenda item.
Oh, yes. We're getting that carriage in front of us.
Yes.
So we did.
What did it?
You can present to me.
Okay, I'm sorry. If we could just date it any date during that week that you want. Slide this over,
The date will have to have today because they're taking up the
Okay,
agenda
that's
item
fine.
today, so
Yeah.
it'll have today's date, but it can still retroactively approve that that is the week of, I think they still need to take it up though, so.
Let me just, since we're getting recorded, yeah. We just read it. Hopefully I don't mess up on the word. Whereas healthy, fertile soil and clean water is the lifeblood of nutrition and sustenance. Man, I can't pronounce that word. I knew I was gonna ruin it. Then can you help me there?
Is it sustenance?
Sustenance.
It might be, yeah.
That's it. And sustenance. Throughout the world, and soil conservation is a benefit to everyone, and whereas effective conservation and practices ensure soil, water, animals, plants, and air can provide a rich standard of living, and whereas a survival and continued production and access to quality food and water depends upon the robust management of diverse natural resources nationwide, and whereas stewardship calls upon every individual to help conserve these precious resources to ensure the prosperity for generations to come. Therefore, I do hereby proclaim the week of April 27th through May 4th, 2025 as Texas Soil and Water Stewardship Week. And that's what we have before us to approve. Can I entertain a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alanisa Morano and second by Commissioner Tijerina. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Cassie,
Thank you.
we kept a copy?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Line item number 5, discussion action to rescind the motion made and approved on April 24th, 2025 on agenda item number 12 to repair and replace the shut-off electrical box at the Willacy County Jail. Action required.
Judge, this was, you requested me to assist with putting that one on here. You've already approved the last meeting that it combined the two, but since we had separated it out on a previous meeting, now we just needed to rescind that motion to approve part of it, since you've now approved all of it at this past meeting.
All right. So with that, Commissioner, just to keep in mind is that we're not basically rejecting us doing that. In fact, we already approved it. We just don't want to approve it twice. Can I entertain a motion to rescind that motion made in April 24th, 2025?
And I believe Commissioner Garcia made the original motion, so he could.
Just take this, right?
And so if you'd like, I can read it into the record.
Sure.
What the motion would be. The suggested motion would be is to move to rescind the motion made by Commissioner Garcia and seconded by, I don't have that information. Yes.
Tijerina.
And seconded by Commissioner Tijerina to approve agenda item number 12 to repair and replace the shut-off electric box at the Willacy County Jail at the meeting held on April 24th, 2025. If you agree with the motion, you can just say so moved.
I am in agreement with the motion.
You can just say so moved.
So,
So I have a motion by Commissioner Garcia
and I second.
and a second by Commissioner Tijerina. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Line item number 6, can I entertain a motion to adjourn?
So move to adjourn.
I have a motion by Commissioner Tijerina,
Okay.
second by Commissioner Elisa Morano. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Motion is